I'm Aria, and welcome to today's speed build where I am building a medieval inspired tiny home for a blacksmith. So somebody who creates like swords and horseshoes and things. So this build is a limited pack build, so I have used the base game, Get Together and Discover University. I've never limited myself on the packs that I use before, just because I don't like to limit myself. But I figured if I was going to ever do it, then I should probably start off small. So as I think I mentioned in my previous build, I am building something that I think is on the larger side, and I just felt like I needed a little break from it. And you know, sometimes you just need a change in style, so I wanted to do something that was on the small side just to break it up a little bit and, you know, go back to what I enjoy building. I am really enjoying the other build, but it's taking me longer than I would like it to. And I'm impatient with myself, so yeah. But I thought that, you know, this was something different. Like, even though it's in a similar style to what I've done before, I've never really done anything focused on a skill that's not included in the game before. But I thought it was interesting, and I made like a forge, and I tried to create my own anvil, which I'm not sure whether it even looks like one, but you know, I think I did okay. You have to tell me what you think. So as with what I hope are all of my builds, at least is my intention, I try to make them more fully functional, and obviously I have playtested this. So the forge that I have created for this one is a fully functional fireplace. Obviously you cannot do any kind of blacksmithing activities in The Sims, so that part is, you know, purely imagination. But the fireplace works, and I've put like a woodworking table down there as well, and that is fully functional too. So I have built this without any CC, but I have used the tool mod a couple times. I don't ever mention it, and I feel like I should, but I enable all of the cheats whenever I build. So usually it's, you know, just move objects, and then like the show hidden objects and show world edit, show world edit objects, and then sometimes I put on the unlockable items cheat, the ignore gameplay unlocks entitlement cheat. I have them all listed in pretty much every video, I think every video. So if I ever don't mention it, all of the cheats and, you know, mods and anything that I use is always in the description. I sometimes also use the red shelf, the OMSP shelf. I don't think I've used it in this one, mostly because when I'm using tool, I tend to just use tool instead of the shelf. So I will just, you know, lower or raise items instead of just lining them up properly. But I do have that also listed in the description if anyone would like to download them if you are on PC. So here is the forge or fireplace that I have made, and as you can see it is fully functional. I do tweak bits here and there on it slightly, you know, like adding a couple more logs, and I do lower it down slightly, but it still works, and I have playtested it several times just to make sure. But you know, I just thought it was a nice additional feature that, I don't know, I just thought it looked nice. So I have been asked by a couple people over the last few months about some of these custom items and pieces that I have made, and even though there's, you know, quite a lot of tutorials already on how to make things like this, I was thinking maybe that I'd just do like a showcase or something of all of the items that I have made myself, and I don't know whether to do like a bit of a tutorial on that, you know, at the same time, just a short one. But if anyone is interested, or there is something that they would like that I haven't made that I could try out, then that would, you know, be good for you to let me know too, and I can try and do that. I'm definitely not an expert on this sort of thing, but it's fun, and I don't know, I just like making things that aren't necessarily available to, you know, in the game to everybody, and I think it just brings something slightly different and more unique to each build that I've made, and, you know, each build that everybody makes. So I have uploaded most of them to the gallery, most of the things that I've made, but, you know, maybe I can just showcase them off and, I don't know, just show you how I've done them. I think that would be cool. So this is the anvil that I tried to make. It's not you know, exact to the picture that I was looking at, and obviously it's not functional. It's a future cube and one of those like Alexa things. I've just turned them both upside down and moved them. Eventually I change out this stool to I think it's like a stone table, but from Discover University, but I didn't use the like one in the tables category. I used it from the debug menu because it didn't have any snapping points on it, and the snapping points drove me a little bit crazy. You'll see in a little bit when I try and put some of the debug swords down, and kind of here with those cup things, that they would not go where I wanted them to. And it was just so annoying. And I know I could have like just moved it out of the way, but I'd already lowered it with the tool, and I was just like, I don't want to pick it up. And when I was going through the debug menu a little bit later, I found I think it's like an altar or something, I think that's what it's called, and I thought that looked a little bit better than, you know, a wooden stool, because I thought if, you know, your sim is trying to make these swords or something and trying to like hammer the metal on the top of the anvil, then if it's on a rickety wooden stool, then it's probably just going to collapse under the weight and the pressure, which is no good. So you see what I mean by like the snapping points. It was driving me mad. But yeah, I do later change it out to the stone one. So here, the same issue. But once I have got them all down, you know, it's fine and everything's functional. I add quite a lot of this ivy everywhere. It's the debug items from Discover University. I wasn't originally going to add any, but I'm really glad that I did, because I think it looks a lot more like it's meant to be, where on the lot that I've put it on, I think it looks a lot more natural. Like it's been there a while. And I don't know, I just think it makes it look really interesting. I do quite a bit of the landscaping like around the base of the terrain tools that I have elevated, but I don't go like, I don't think, for me anyway, I don't think that I went over the top. I don't know, I mean, maybe for you I might have gone over the top, but I think I did okay. I do use quite a lot of clutter in this. If you follow me on Instagram or Twitter, then you may have seen, yeah, there's the altar thing that I use. You may have seen the room build that I did maybe a couple days ago, and that was a clutter challenge. My gosh, a clutter challenge, and I had quite a lot of fun with that. That one didn't have to be functional. It literally was just you know, a showcase of the clutter in the game in a particular style. And if you've seen any of my builds before, then you most likely know that I do enjoy detail and clutter and things. And that build kind of, I don't know, just really helped my imagination and, you know, kind of reaffirmed my love for the clutter in this game and all of the, you know, different styles and different things that you can do depending on the items that you pick. So I made like a home office for a private investigator, and I really enjoyed it. And it's definitely good if you're kind of lacking inspiration, then just doing smaller things, maybe not necessarily like a tiny home like this, but a room build, or you know, something like that. I mean, mine wasn't even a room, it was like a 1x5 tile like section, and it was just a lot of fun. So yeah, I definitely would recommend that if you're, you know, feeling stuck or lacking inspiration or don't know kind of what direction to go in. That's always a good place to start. So as you can see, we are now on to the landscaping. I think I do kind of go back and add a little bit more detail when I do the interior, but for now you can kind of just see what I do with the landscaping. Majority of it is, I think all of it actually is debug, which is what I normally do anyway. But I think I use mostly base game. I think I've used like maybe the grass. I think the grass is from Get Together, but everything else is base game, I believe. And I don't really go like, usually I use like 3 or 4 different like plant types and things, but I think I've literally used like an orange flower, like an orange flower bush, and some lavender and the grass pieces and whatever that little green bush is there. But I think I did, you know, I think I'm quite tame in this one in comparison to what I've done before. But I really enjoy landscaping, so I think it's okay for this build. This is my favorite terrain paint right now. I use it like all the time. But anyway, we are coming to the end, so I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please enjoy the screenshots. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you would like to see more content. This build is on the gallery. Make sure you enable move objects before downloading. Please let me know what you think, and I will see you all next time. Bye everyone!